Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will get the ball first. The Tigers pulled out a close one the last time they saw their Palmetto State rivals.
And Clemson, they were sleepwalking early in that game. They know when they play South Carolina, they're going to get their A-plus effort. They're going to have to take some haymakers, and they got to wake up in this one, Dave.
I think it's tough late in the season, regardless when you play. The rivalry is deep. The hatred is deep. Even when seasons are out of touch for South Carolina, they can put an exclamation point by beating Clemson at the end of the year.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Out of the backfield, he's open. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Clemson's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again.
Oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Bringing the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Looking for a crease to the left. Open space at the 25. Lots of running room. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. Here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. And they couldn't cut lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now it's back to work with this 7-0 lead. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Unloads quickly. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Wants to keep it in the air. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A 70-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Caught in the backfield, it's Clark. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Harbor. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Punt is on its way, and nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To throw, it's Fafita. This time he's got his man.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Caught behind the line, it's Davidson. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Clemson is quick to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Makes the grab. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And he rushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Makes a grab over the middle.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. It's complete. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Harbor. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 1st and 10 for the offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Quarterback keeps able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. It's complete. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Big fella moving. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. He'll go to the sneak. Sneaks it into the end zone.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Moore.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Air Force. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. The game originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've picked up a couple of 1st downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. Motion from the back. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Brown.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Makes the grab. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
With a big opportunity in the red zone.
Gives it on the option. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tiger.
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He'll pull it on the read. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
First down for the offense.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Back open in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. After that last completion, it's second down. Back to throw, it's Barnett. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Brown. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a crease, it's Davidson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the returner will be brought down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is turning it on. Touchdown Gamecocks. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
To the air, it's Fafita. It's caught downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Clemson jumps to the line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Clemson set up with another 1st down. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent. I'd argue it's both. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Hunt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Brown. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Back to pass. He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Barnett. Gets it out quickly. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And that one's way too far for everybody. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the battle between South Carolina and Clemson plays out.
Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He'll do it himself. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Fafita. It's on target and complete. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside of the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
Clemson is quick to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Setting up the screen. Thrust that arm out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on 3rd down. A strike downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Handoff from the gun. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. To the air on first down. He makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Flips it out in the flat. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Finds his man, it's Clark. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my 3rd down calls are even different. But 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
This drive started about the time Walter Camp invented football, but the defense can finally get a stop on 3rd and long. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the comeback is on.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Looking to throw. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Inside the 40. Across the 25. He's got room. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play. And they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll run it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
3rd down coming up.
Looking to throw, it's Fafita. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
South Carolina, 26.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Lost a throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. He's looking to throw. The short hands, it's Smith. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Complete in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. To the air, it's Barnett. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clark. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. It's complete to the left. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He's looking to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. Give to the fullback. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Tigers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Leaves it with the back. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. They'll try the run. Clemson will send the punt team out.
Number 89 in punt formation to kick it away.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Corrals it at the 45. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Trying to escape and get it himself. Turning it on. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on first down. get set to snap it. Time winding down here in the quarter. Going to swing it on second down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man on the right. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Big kick here. Can crawl them ever so closer to that lead, and the crowd trying to rattle this guy. And his slips just inside that right upright. The lead is now back down to 9.
South Carolina, 29.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The give out of the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll get rid of it. Complete to the left. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The RPO, it's complete. There he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Give to the running back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be third and long. Got it behind the line. It's Turner. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. To the air, it's Barnett. Flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll send the back in motion. Gonna look downfield again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Makes the catch. It's Clark. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. To the air, it's Barnett. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Off the play fake. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
Well, there's no quit in this defense. I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Good timing on the quick out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Barnett. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He wants it all. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. He'll pull it on the read. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. To the air on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll look to pin him deep. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to throw, it's Barnett. He's got his man across the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Florida State was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in Tallahassee over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.